keeps the honey there fairly drip. It's your confection, goodness knows. You're my honeysuckle rose, yeah.
right, everybody. How about it? Good morning, and thank you, Miles Jensen. We are with a very special guest today. Not only is he the 10-time Grammy winner, but he's also the 2013 Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, 2016 honorary doctorate recipient from the Fine Arts in University of Notre Dame, 10-time Grammy winner, as we mentioned, Emmy Award recipient. The list goes on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to all welcome and make some noise, whether you are in the Discord, on YouTube, or watching this afterwards. Make some noise for Arturo Sandoval. Hey.
Yeah.
Buenos dias. Good morning, Arturo. How are you today?
Yes, to be honest, I don't used to play in the morning very often.
Yeah.
I prefer late afternoon or evening time. But it's okay.
Right.
I'm so happy to be playing with Miles because, man, we just met. And that's the most beautiful thing in the jazz language, When you speak the language, doesn't matter. You can sit down and play with a lot of freedom and use all the things that we have been learning for so many years, and we communicate right away. That's magic about that style of music, That doesn't happen in other style. I don't believe it. When you speak the language, man, you got it. You got it. We communicate so easy, man, smooth and relaxed, and very organic. Organically.
Exactly. It's like when people ask what language you speak.
Improve my vocabulary. My English. My English is fine. That's the only one I have, man. I'm sorry. But when I went to the US, I was 40 years old. I barely could say a few words in English. And then we decided, my wife and me and my son, we decided to live in Miami, Florida. And that doesn't help at all because I can tell you, there, even the gringos, you talk to them in English, and they reply to you in Spanish because they notice right away that you were struggling, to say something. and they always say, hey, don't suffer, man. We appreciate your effort, but I speak Spanish too, Talk to me in Spanish better. And then we really lost those 20 years in Miami trying to learn English. And then we moved to LA, and we find here probably majority of Mexican. And then it's no way to win for us, We're still struggling with the English. But anyway, music is we're very lucky and blessed because music is the only international language. I heard about many years ago they was experimenting or trying with Esperanto, something like that. But I don't think that thing going any further, any good, No. I didn't hear about that in 50 years, But music is the only one, man. We can communicate that you don't have to speak any language. Just shut your mouth, open your ear, and if something is pretty on the stage, open your eyes. Otherwise, you see a bunch of ugly people, close your eyes, close your mouth, open your ear, and have fun.
That's right. That's right. Well, Arturo, we're celebrating because we got a couple of weeks ago, we started auctioning over at the MetaJAX Silver NFTs for the Arturo's your new album, Rhythm and Soul, which if anybody's listening, you want to pick up at some of this, if you are into NFTs already, you can join and check out WhaleStreet.xyz and check it out now. But you know what? It's so exciting to have our ground team live from your home studio in Southern California today, Arturo. Thank you so much for bringing us all into your home today and giving us this lovely performance.
My pleasure. Yeah, and I really trying hard to learn a little bit about NFT and Bitcoin, all those things. For an old people, it's a kind of difficult to really understand what's going on with all those things. I have no idea, but I think Tim is gonna help me to figure it out. As soon as I see the first check, I'm gonna fall in love, you know. As soon,
There it is.
so far I didn't see any so far I didn't see it.
So much love in this room right now.
You know what? So far I didn't see a penny yet.
So, Arturo, funny
Checks in the mail.
you mentioned that because Sandy Meows, she came packing something for you today.
Mm-hmm.
What it is?
We got to get a little surprise for you,
Here
good
it
sir.
comes.
Please. What is that?
About to learn about this crypto stuff right now, I
He's about
think.
to learn right now.
Yep.
Shrimp? I love shrimp. But how many shrimp can I eat?
So this is 216,000 shrimp.
What's that? Explain to me.
Close to 10,000 USD dollars that MetaJAX is a team. Everybody else wants to present to you. So, there's more than a penny. So,
Excuse me. You mean that I could cash that?
yes.
God bless your heart, man. Now,
Free shipment.
hey,
You're just getting started. This is only 2 weeks.
listen. I'm gonna be eating shrimp for the rest of my life.
That's a lot of shrimp cocktails.
I love shrimp more than ever now. Shrimp. But
How about it, everybody?
what a shrimp means?
So this is a MetaMask wallet, and we're providing you with your very first crypto wallet. And this is in the Ethereum network, and this is the shrimp lives in the Matic network. So shrimp is part of WhaleStreet, and WhaleStreet has their own token called shrimp, and this is shrimp.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. After being more than 18 months without playing a gig because of that, then pandemic or whatever, those shrimp are very welcome in this house.
Nice.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that combination of, because the bill still coming, doesn't matter, pandemic or not pandemic, the bill arrives almost every day. But when that combination with a lot of bills without checks, that doesn't work well. But
Right.
and thank you so much. This is MetaJAX. Like, present that to me.
Yes.
Long live MetaJAX. I love it, MetaJAX. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it.
So there it is.
Yes.
We got.
All hooked up, Arturo. So you'll be on your phone, ready to go.
Oh man, you know what? No, I'm serious now. I'm very serious. Beside the economic problem or whatever, and beside that, it was terrible for a musician in general because probably we were the most affected during that thing because some people could keep working or whatever, but for us, theater, concert hall, jazz club, festival, all the thing was locked down, and then we have no place to go, no place to play, and that was terrible. That was very bad. Thanks God, I used that time doing something kind of productive because I share with the people for free around 500 videos. Mostly of them were new tune that I was writing during that time, but also I cover a bunch of standard and things and well-known pieces that I never have a chance to record it before or play it before I learn it, and then I recorded it. I made a video, very primitive way. I use the acapella app, which is very restricted, in terms of you cannot punch in, you cannot fix anything, you cannot tune anything. For example, when I was doing something singing, nowadays for a bunch of years, when you track vocal, you have the possibility to melodyne or auto-tune. But when you're using that app, you don't have all those things at all. You have to nail the note Otherwise, everybody gonna notice right away that you're out of tune, you know. And it's very limited in that matter because you cannot fix anything. If you make a mistake, you have to stop, rewind, and start from the beginning again. And that was, oh my goodness, that was such a challenging, you know, because you knew that you have to do it right at once. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster. Okay, and now can we play another tune or we leave it for the end?
No,
Yeah, you know, let's.
And then these guys, and Marco and Easy, they want to talk a little bit.
Okay.
In fact, let's do that. Hey, Marco, let's go ahead. Let's have
Yeah.
Marco, let me hear your voice, man.
I got you. I'm right here, good sir. How are you? You know, this is really wonderful to see because I want everybody who's watching today to know what's happening here. So we've presented Arturo with a representation, a photographic representation of his actual digital wallet. And in that, if you don't know, just in 2 weeks of having his album out, we now have approximately the value of about $10,000 in American money, which is the total of shrimp that we have in there. This is shrimp. If you want to check that out, make sure to go to WhaleStreet.xyz so you can see what's happening here. But what's beautiful about this is that everybody who's holding the Rhythm and Soul NFTs not only get to hear your music before anyone else, but they also get to form a community of owners and fans and believers in Rhythm and Soul. People who are going to be sharing this music with you throughout the coming weeks, months, and years. And then when the album is released nationally in the spring, as you support the live touring and the community, NFTs holders are going to be with you all the way. Everyone who's here with you supporting, who has made this possible here, are all going to be behind you, Arturo, backing you up. And that's the beauty of this. This is the beauty of what the NFTs are doing for the jazz community. I know that a lot of it seems to have been just a lot of talk right now, but here we're showing you that there is a community behind there. And we hope that as you go, maybe even on Tuesday when you perform at the Walt Disney Concert Hall, maybe you could even share with the people the beauty of what's happening right now, because that is a massive audience right there that we could start to get also to support you with this NFT album and beyond. And it'll go further than the ticket sales you're going to be making at the Disney Concert Hall. So that's the beauty of this. It's just going to continue growing and growing and growing.
You really did your homework. Thank you very much.
Sure thing.
The good news. I checked it yesterday, the website of the Disney Hall, and it's completely sold out.
Wow, great.
It's a big hall. It's a beautiful hall, by the way. The acoustic there, man, and the decoration. I mean, the design and the layout. And I'm very pleased and proud to be a good friend of the architect, you know, the guy who designed the whole thing, Mr. Frank. He's a dear friend. Actually, he came to this house a couple of times, and we got a video of him. We both sitting on the piano. He was pretending that he was playing, but he wasn't playing. He was pretending, you know. But it's you know, he's 92 years old, but he's still extremely active. Wow. He's still working hard. It's a role model, you know. It's a good example for all us. The night we met, that was probably like a couple of years ago, and he told me a couple of things that I'm going to share with you, those things still ringing in my brain every day. We were talking about different things or whatever. He said, Arturo, I'm 92 years old, and I'm going to tell you, at my age is normal that I forgot a lot of things, you know. But what I never forgot is to get up in the morning and go to the office to work. Say, this man is something. And then it was a party in a mutual friend. He's a doctor, great doctor. And then later on, I was in my phone checking his Wikipedia, you know, all the Frank Gehry work, the massive work he has been doing for so many years all over the world. Great buildings and beautiful places, beautiful. Okay, I was watching that, and then he was walking. He was standing behind me for a moment and saw me watching his things. And he said, that's the second thing he told me the first night that impressed me a lot. He said, oh, please, no, don't pay attention to those things. I don't care about that. That history, man. No. The only thing I really appreciate or concern about or concentrate on is the things that are working on it now. I say, man, this no wonder this guy is a genius, because when you got that kind of mentality, especially at that age, that's, I'm 20 years younger than him. And sometimes I'm thinking about to retire or thing and complain or whatever. I say, after we met, he changed my philosophy of life. I say, man, if that guy at 92 thinking this way, I'm too young to think differently, And excuse me, what's the name of your friend in the right side of the screen?
Say hello. This is Easy in crypto. Say hello to Easy.
Easy Japanese. Hey, let me hear your voice, man.
Wonderful. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Wonderful to be here with you.
Clear your pipe.
Yeah, I think I got it mostly clear. It seems like a family of frogs must have jumped in. I was lucky enough to be at Birdland when you played in New York, and you just reached right into the depths of my heart. It was the most phenomenal jazz experience I've had, and I've been to a lot of jazz shows. So I just want to thank you.
You really
and I
mean
think
that? You really mean that?
I truly mean that. And it's so wonderful to have you in our community and to be able to, now collect your music on WhaleStreet and be able to do all these fun crypto, experiments. And it's a wonderful way for us to get together to support you. You're giving us this wonderful music and experience. And so I'm just very happy to be here with you and wanted to thank you for what you're doing. I think
Thank you, Easy. Thank you. You know what? I before this Rhythm and Soul, I have like a 46 album. Rhythm and Soul is the number 47. And please, if you don't have those 47, at least get 2 or 3.
I definitely will.
We'll appreciate that very much.
And I think you made some great points today talking about, the communication with music. I think it's the most kind of pure level of communication because you can feel each other. I'm a musician as well. I've played, saxophone and singing and some hand drums and different things. And when you have that connection with someone musically, it's a very deep connection. And it can happen like that. You start playing and all of a sudden you just go into this kind of new field of being.
No pain, no gain. Yeah, man. Tim, do you have another question or something you want to jump in?
Oh, I'm just loving this, Arturo. This is what it's all about. You've got a community around you. They're watching you from all over the world right now.
Can you explain to the people, also to me, what is your plan with the thing? And in very soon, they said in 2 weeks they're going to be released.
No, we've been doing this for 2 weeks.
Doing already for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, that's where the money comes from.
Only
shrimp
in that kind of money or whatever.
So in the last 2 weeks, all that shrimp has come in. Buying NFTs so that because people wanted to listen to some of your songs. So right now on WhaleStreet, they're able to go to WhaleStreet, buy a silver NFT, it's called. And with that silver NFT, they get to listen to your music as we drop them one at a time.
Oh, that's great.
So they've been able to hear so far Guaraldi.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they've been able to hear just this weekend coming up, Kumba.
Whoa, yeah.
And then
Tony Guerrero tune. Beautiful.
And we started with Soca Beat.
Wow.
And so every week there's going to be a new song dropping, and if they have a silver NFT, they can listen to the music.
Otherwise, they cannot.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because
because
they are your partners now. If we hold those of us who hold NFTs from Rhythm and Soul are your partners in this project.
God bless their heart.
And that means that, you know, because this MetaJAX is not your normal record label. What we're doing is we're giving ownership to your fans. So you and your fans.
For how long that gonna last?
They replace MetaJAX as your partner over time.
No, but I mean, when you gonna release that for everybody?
Yeah, April.
In April.
We're just getting
We're
started.
just getting started right
And-
now. We're
and that-
finding our owners right now.
But my preoccupation there is after April,
Mhm.
those people who owns those things in the to the MetaJAX or crypto, whatever,
Yep. If there's any left, they can still get them.
they're still, but
to
they don't have the same kind of privilege already.
correct. Right now is the time to get privilege. Right now, you become an owner with you, Arturo. They're your partners. We're together with you in this one giant family, a community who's going to be behind this project all the way through.
I gonna
Yep.
to something to that, which I really mean from the bottom of my heart. I've been very worried and sad for 32 years that I'm living in this country that I love with all my heart, which is the following. And when you are in Europe or even in Japan or in Indonesia, whatever, on a Saturday night, prime time on the big network television, you could watch a couple of hours of any of those great jazz festivals around the world. But I live in the US for 32 years. I never saw 1 minute in any network of jazz music. For me, that is a crime because around the world, jazz music is probably the most respected and admired genre of music created in the US. We cannot take that for granted. We have to protect that. We have to promote it. We have to embrace that legacy, so important legacy for the cultural contribution of the US to the world of music and art. And we have to really get conscious of that in the US, man. We have to embrace and promote and defend and protect jazz music. That's what I really feel, you know. And I really appreciate what MetaJAX is doing and all this effort to really share this kind of music that we love so much with everybody, you know. And the people who became partner, they are brothers and sisters, and we really need their help so much because one more time, I'm sorry to be repetitive, but it's such an important thing to defend that style of music that need protection, need to really pass that information to the younger people that they are so confused nowadays about what is or what is not good music. And somebody have to explain them and gave them the possibility to hear this kind of music and appreciate that and later on decide, you know, what they want to listen or not. But some people believe that, you know, those funny songs nowadays that have a little bit of rhythm, but it's no melodies, it's no harmony, and the lyrics are horrible. I'm very concerned about that because the younger, I saw people, you know, the other day I was in the car with my granddaughter, for example, and she put a Spotify, whatever, she started to play the music that she listened to. And I heard a bunch of extremely dirty profanity, you know, and words. And I say, hey, stop that. Don't play that in my car in front of me. No way. How you listen to that? Are you crazy? No way. No. No, this is what everybody listen. I don't care if everybody listen to that. But that's wrong because they like offended women and things like that. And the lyrics are so horrible. And the melodies and harmony, music have four big ingredients: melody, harmony, rhythm, and in the case of have lyrics, the lyrics. But instrumental music is 33% each: melody, harmony, and rhythm. If you're using a little bit of rhythm and you have no harmony or no melody, you're dealing with the 33% of the total of the music, and that's horrible. It's horrible that, and we need all the help of the radio, television, and media in general to promote all kind of music. It's a crime that a young people, for example, have no idea who was Mozart or Chopin or Sergei Rachmaninoff or Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Dizzy Gillespie. Man, give me a break. If you are American, if you have no idea who was Duke Ellington or Count Basie or John Coltrane or Dizzy Gillespie, my goodness, you have a big hole in your information. Big hole.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Music should be uplifting. It should nurture our spirit. So I agree with you about a lot of the popular music that's out there. But this, sorry again, this experience that we are able to share and bringing this into the metaverse and cryptocurrency, I think will give a lot more of the younger people access and a reason to come join us and build this family bigger and stronger so that we can support each other, other jazz musicians, and shine some light on this incredible history of our culture in this country, jazz music.
That, you know, is our mission to teach them and share with the young people, you know, all those kind of things, you know, to enrich their cultural knowledge, you know.
It's like, for those of us who were at Birdland with you last month at NFT NYC, I mean, it takes no explanation to be in that room and to experience what happened, what took place. It was all music, but it was you and these players literally having just great conversations with your instruments, with one another. And you realize, wow, when you have exceptional musicians together having a conversation with their instrument, there's nothing like it. I mean, it was profound. There were people that, well, I saw one a woman who actually, when you sang "Smile" and you looked right at her, she started crying. You know, emotions are stirred up.
You know what was very interesting that evening there? It was a couple of young girls in the audience.
We're going to bring that out as an NFT.
I'm gonna tell you, that was beautiful experience, and that really let us keep the hope alive. That, you know, that some people really are conscious of that, and they really want to learn, and they want to keep that tradition alive. And they both of them were trumpet players, and I invited them to the stage to play a couple of tunes with us. That was a beautiful experience, because they were very talented and they really know very well the language of jazz. And that gave me a lot of pleasure and satisfaction, you know, to see young people really knowing and appreciate that kind of music that we love so much. And it's a lot of kids around the world that really are good players, and they're very deep into the jazz music, into the classical music as well, all those kind of things. But we need more, and we need a support of the media in general. It's important that the radio programmer and the television take conscious of that and really promote that.
All they need to do is come out and experience you and what your band does, and they'll be on fire. I promise you. That happened at Birdland. There was media that came out to that, And they literally, one of them had like a life transformation from that experience. We need more of that. We just need to get them out with you, with us. And I'm going to invite you right now, Arturo, next July 7 through 10, we're going to have the Crypto Jazz Festival.
Where?
We're going to have it down in partnership with the Barclay Theater down in Irvine. And it's going to be at our club and at the Barclay, that Performing Arts Center there. And we want you to come out and bring the band and do, if you're available, Sunday night would be fantastic to close that out.
That means we will have a gig.
Yeah, that's a great gig. Are you kidding? What we're doing though is that whole weekend is going to be all crypto jazz, but it's going to be the best players in the world. Finishing out with you, my friend.
Oh my!
If you're up, if you're available and up for it, that's what we're going to do.
Of course.
And
we are really.
That's right.
We are really available.
Yeah,
yes,
well, it's going to be
100%.
And we'll be in the middle of Rhythm and Soul. We'll be out to the world. It will be all about that.
You know
at that
what?
point,
you know what I would love to do? Invite Miles there.
Sure.
And got a fight with my guitar player.
Oh yeah.
Sunday.
I want you to put your glove. I want you both put a glove on and fight.
All right, we'll do it for you, Arturo.
We have fight with no mercy.
No.
Battle of the guitars.
Hey Sandy, what do you have any thoughts for Arturo? Sandy is the co-founder and CEO of TokenSmart, which has been a community of really the NFT OGs that have supported us and what we've been doing really since last March.
And she presented that to me.
Yes.
And I'm in love with her already.
Well,
I love her and shrimp.
Inviting us into your home, and this is such a treat to just be next to legends, you know, and by that I mean everybody that is in here, so thank you. And just hearing you speak about cultivating culture, and then the popular music right now, you know, that's something so important to me. Words,
Scary.
Words, it has to be, you need to be consuming the right things, you know, mentally to what you listen.
Absolutely.
As well, and what you
We're
see.
animal of consumption, you know, whatever you consume. And sometimes you get confused and you believe it's good. And they selling you crap. And they say, wow, crab tastes good. No, I prefer shrimp.
Yes.
And that's, if I may say, that's the beauty of what's happening here. Sorry, producer Tim, what is that again?
Oh, hey, why don't you close us out and we'll finish out with the song.
Sure. And Arturo, I just want to say that's the beauty of what's happening here, is that we do have a community that is not limited by borders. There's not limited by television media. It's not limited by radio. This is something that's going to be reaching even further than much of that. And as you can see, everyone and their grandma is starting to get into NFTs, like even Nike and Adidas and all the big channels are starting to do it. This is only the beginning, and here we are. Once people discover that this is starting to turn into that there is a jazz community that is going to be supporting exceptional jazz, especially like your album here. It's one of the first ones we're doing here. We have rhythm and soul, which I think soul is that other ingredient that also is a part of music as well that we got to throw in there. But also the beauty again is that this is already reaching a lot of people that maybe only are exposed to other types of music. So it's surprising them, and it's giving them some more flavor into their life that is going to help this grow even better. As you've seen what we've done in only 2 weeks, imagine what can happen between now and April. By the time the album releases. So I personally am very hopeful, and I think that this is going to be wonderful. I
would like to add something to what you're saying. I strongly believe that God is watching everything. Sometimes some people believe he get entertained because he got so many things to take care about. Mm-hmm. But no, God is watching everything. And whoever like you doing what you're doing to protect, promote and help to spread this beautiful art form, which is, for me, in my book, jazz music is the most profound and important cultural contribution of the US to the world. Some people believe it's a rock and roll or a rap or reggaeton or whatever. Excuse me. In my book, jazz is the number one contribution, and we really must be proud of it. You know, we must be proud. And whatever you're doing to help to spread that and to share that with everybody through your company or your media or whatever, you know, is highly appreciated, and God is watching, and somehow God gonna reward you all for doing this. Okay, and now we're gonna play, you know, one of the basic things, because the jazz started probably in the beginning of the last century. I'm talking about 1910, 1915, around that time. But also the blues, still one of the basic things of the, when people ask me about the jazz, how to learn jazz, I said the first thing you should do is learn the blues changes. Learn to play the blues in all those kind of variation or whatever. And because it's one of the basic things, you know, to learn the process of the chord and the progression of those 12 bar. They're, you know, endless in terms of variation and experiment and creation, you know what I mean? But this is one of the most important things to learn in the very beginning, to learn how to improvise. And this is exactly what we're going to do now. If you don't mind, we're going to do a blues, which is, we don't have any head, anything. You're going to play blue changes and improvise.
For being here at this very special thing today. In case you don't know, a POAP is your proof of attendance protocol, and by having one of these, it proves that you were here today as this happened. And it also will be, by holding this POAP NFT in your crypto wallet, you'll also be rewarded the MetaJAX Silver NFT from our Crescendo Season 1 album dropping in January. So I also want to remind you and invite you to join us here on our regular Thursday night MetaJAX live stream broadcast this Thursday, featuring a tribute to Charlie Brown Christmas and the music of Vince Guaraldi by Adam Bravo and the Duck Soup Trio. And if you happen to be in Los Angeles, I hear it's sold out already, but Tuesday at the Walt Disney Concert Hall, Arturo, we wish you a wonderful concert as you go there and have your swinging big band holiday concert. But thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations. This is only 2 weeks, Arturo. This is going to be even better as we keep going. We're going to keep working on it and helping spread the word of jazz, the gospel of jazz, and making sure that people know that this is alive and that there is a community out there that loves it, and that it is worth holding on to and cherishing and preserving for the rest of our lives.
God bless, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Good evening, Campus JAX. Thank you all for being here. I'm Adam Bravo. That's Anthony Shadduck. That's Sam Webster. We're so glad to be back. This is our first real live show in 2 years. So thank you so much for being a part of it. That last song was a true statement. Christmas is coming. And we're going to move on with the Charlie Brown Christmas, or I should say the Charlie Brown Not Christmas repertoire. This is the Charlie Brown theme. And no, it's not the one you may know. Charlie Brown theme, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That was the Charlie Brown theme. So I became a piano player to the extent that I am a piano player. I became one because of this music, because of A Charlie Brown Christmas specifically. When I was 9 years old, yeah, give it up for Vince Guaraldi, who wrote all this music. When I was 9 years old, my mom had the tape of A Charlie Brown Christmas, and that must be my mother there. And we let it play past Christmas time this year one time, and I didn't like slow songs when I was a kid. And this next song came up. It's called Skating, and I was hooked, and maybe much to my mother's chagrin, here I am, so many years later. Sam Webster on the drums. You know, we recently just lost the original drummer who played on lots of this music, Jerry Granelli, a Bay Area legend. We've also actually lost both the drummers who played on most of the Christmas Peanut stuff in the past, 2 years? Colin Bailey being the other, both great drummers in their own right. So this whole evening goes out to those two. There's pretty much none of the original Vince Guaraldi trio members left. Vince himself, the piano player who wrote this music, he died pretty young. He was in his 40s, and maybe 1974. So he's been gone a while, but obviously his music lives on. There's now 3 or 4 generations of kids who have grown up on Charlie Brown Christmas, right? Yeah. All right, this next one is actually from a later Charlie Brown special. Anthony is the keeper of all of the Peanuts special knowledge. Which special is this one from Anthony? This character shows up in the Thanksgiving special, and this is Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, let's play a guessing game. Shows up in the Thanksgiving special, represents the other side of the tracks in the Peanuts town. Anybody know who that would be? Peppermint Patty, thank you. Here's Peppermint Patty's theme. That's one of our favorites. That's called Rain, Rain, Go Away. Also appropriate for this evening, although we're in a drought, so, you know, different conditions back in Vince's day. For those of you who don't know, Vince was active in San Francisco. So all this music is very San Francisco 60s music. He was friends with Lenny Bruce and all of the hipster comedians back in those days. So that's sort of the, you know, sort of the milieu that this stuff is coming out of, even though it ended up in a children's cartoon. Very cool. This one you'll probably recognize as Vince's version of O Tannenbaum. O Christmas tree, O Tannenbaum. Same thing for you German speakers. All right, this next one, Anthony sometimes speaks. It's just today we got one mic, so we are sharing the speaking duties, and I'm taking all of them. Not a very good sharer. But normally, Anthony will point out that this next song is going to be some leftovers. And by that we mean this is the Thanksgiving theme. Warmed over leftovers. Warmed up just for you. Hey, we always play Christmas gigs. If anybody has a Thanksgiving gig in 2022, please see me after the show. We have one song, but it's a good one. Right. Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. Thank you. That was the Thanksgiving theme. You know, most of these cues were recorded not with particular names. They would just go into the studio and record them almost like a jazz record, and they decide what to do with them later on. So sometimes that may have been called Thanksgiving theme, sometimes other things. So Vince Guaraldi, jazz piano player in San Francisco, active, started in the mid-50s. He had lots of other great music that wasn't part of Charlie Brown, wasn't part of Peanuts, but still very much in that feeling. It's a sort of unique blend of boogie-woogie style with some straight-ahead jazz, with some sort of 60s, not super authentic Tropicalia Brazilian. And this is one of those great tunes that is a combination of all of that. This one is called Pebble Beach. Pebble Beach. After all that talk about not Peanuts, that's actually on a Peanuts record, right? Is that not on A Boy Named Charlie Brown? Some of the songs he'd record on both Peanuts albums and also non-church secular albums. Obviously, Peanuts is my church. This next one is the theme. You did religious music too, that's true. When Vatican II happened, the big, what do you call it, reform of the Catholic Church in what, 67, 60, Anthony's the Catholic scholar here over myself. When that happened, they were able to start having more vernacular music in the churches. He was one of the first jazz composers to write a mass, a Catholic mass, which is at Grace Cathedral in San Francisco. So it's a terrible album, don't buy it, but it's very interesting trivia. This next one is and Anthony has such good stories for all of these. I don't know who gave me the mic, but this one is one of Snoopy's nemesis, maybe his arch nemesis. So when Snoopy is flying around on his doghouse, who would his nemesis be? Yeah, you guys know your stuff. Here's the Red Baron. All right, this next one is called Almaville. I front-loaded you with that because Sam's looking at me like, what are we playing? What are we playing? It's a song called Almaville, one of Vince Guaraldi's non-Peanuts compositions that may as well have been a Peanuts one. It sounds so much like it. So, all you Spanish speakers out there, Soulville, this is Almaville. Almaville by Vince Guaraldi. Everything is by Vince Guaraldi tonight, except, I guess, Christmas songs that are arranged by Vince Guaraldi. So this next one, Anthony, how do we want to introduce this character? This is another character theme, one of the Peanuts gang. The innkeeper's wife, that's a deep cut. She has naturally curly hair. No, not Sally, close. You heard one? Frida. I don't know who said it first, but Frida. Listen for the, Anthony points out, listen for the curls in the melody that reflect Frida with the naturally curly hair. Frida with the naturally curly hair. All right, so you guys are here for a tribute to Charlie Brown Christmas. Right? Yeah, good for Charlie Brown Christmas. That's why we're here. So we haven't played much Charlie Brown Christmas for you. We've saved the best for last. We got a little bit under half an hour left, and we're going to hit you with all the hits. This one is What Child Is This? Actually, let's take it back. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. What child is this? Whose child is this? What child is this? Anyway, the next one is a Vince Guaraldi interpretation of The Little Drummer Boy. It's called My Little Drum. If any of you have computers, which I imagine some of you do, you can go onto youtube.com and find a video of us doing our arrangement of this from last year. So when we were cooped up in our own homes, we did a nice little virtual rendition of it, but we're going to do a more faithful to Vince's original tonight. This is My Little Drum. Why don't you guys start this one? My Little Drum, as arranged by the great Vince Guaraldi. This next one is one of the most, certainly Vince's most recorded song, and one of the most recorded Christmas songs around. This one is the ever-present, ever-loved Christmas Time Is Here. You know it. I counted off too fast the other night. Now let's make it actual ballad. One, two, three. Thank you, thank you. Christmas Time is Here by Vince Guaraldi. We have been the Duck Soup Trio. We will continue to be the Duck Soup Trio, except when contractually obligated by other entertainment firms to be something else. But we will always be Sam Webster on the drums, Anthony Shadduck on the bass. My name is Adam Bravo. Anthony, anything you want to say to the folks, the good people out there? Anything you want to say to the good people out there? I don't think we have any more songs. Yeah, I think we're out of songs. Can anybody? Yeah, what's another good song that would fit in the theme? Linus and Lucy. Somebody requested My Melancholy Baby. Let's cut this while we can. Let's do Linus and Lucy. This one goes out to my mom, who actually is here. That wasn't a joke. Thanks, Mom, for buying me Charlie Brown Christmas.
Duck Soup Trio, folks. Duck Soup Trio. Adam Bravo, Sam Webster, Anthony Shadduck. Duck Soup Trio. Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you very much.
I don't buy sugar. You just have to touch my cup. You're my silver looker. Oh, baby, it's so sweet when you stir it up. Oh, when I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, seems the honey there fairly drips. Your